Hello and welcome back, everyone, to East Coast Throwdown Community Throwdown, Melty Blood version. I'm Fox. I'm joined here tonight with.
Wonder Chef. Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah,
You all can't get rid of
yeah.
me. I was
He's
just here
putting in
for
a lot
way
of
too
work
long on
tonight.
MK.
Yeah, yeah.
I know, I know. But I'm
No,
really excited for this. I'm really excited for this. I've been waiting all night. You know, we switched it around from last time where it was Melty Blood first. So this time I got to, go through the whole like extended bracket of MK and be like, okay, at the end, I get to watch the Melty.
all right. Let's not waste any time. I think winners finals is OmniSScythe versus Infinity. Uh, we saw OmniSScythe in losers before, so now he's a winner. So we'll see what he's actually made of. And I
Yeah.
think losers is going to be Safe versus Jostle. I
Yeah,
think
I
that's
was
what's
just
going to go on.
mentioning earlier that I got to watch all of Lunar Phase this week. I was luckily not at work for once, but basically we get to see a lot of what was at this week's Lunar Phase, right? This was grand
Yes,
finals in
correct.
in the losers bracket, and then I know it's not the same saber, but I know there was a saber in top 4 or 6
Yeah,
over
top four,
there.
top four.
Yeah, it wasn't top 4. So like a lot of the similar stuff, and I'm personally, I haven't had a chance to play too much since the last big patch. So I'm actually kind of like excited to see like Saber, just because I mean I would have to assume that the buffs actually meant something since I'm seeing more Sabers. Although maybe it could be I could be wrong. I don't know. I mean, did she considerably better post that patch?
Uh, her tools make more sense. Well, they got better, so a lot of her stuff
Yeah.
got better, but she still has a couple of shortcomings, like trying to approach zoners or having slight time getting in sometimes. But once she gets in, she still gets that whole jump four-way mix-up that you have to like block correctly, or else you just eat another chunk of life into the same mix-up, and you're just like, huh, I thought this character was bad.
Yeah, yeah. It's I mean, hey, if you can get in and you can mix, then sometimes you don't need neutral, I guess.
Yeah.
But no, but we'll see. I'm excited to see it. If we are starting off with this winners finals, then I expect it to be Saber going up against Miyako. So
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
not gonna have to worry about the zoning game quite as much, right? Do you think that if she doesn't have to deal with the zoning, then she's gonna do pretty well, or is it just gonna come down to mix?
Uh, Typically it's just trying to get like you force your way in with like your big tool. Like, all right, I'm gonna use this big rock. Let's see how this works. And she has a pretty big rock because if you think about like maybe I can put paper over it and I'm kind of safe. Use like a clash normal with shield. She'll just be like, no, my rock is too big for that. I'm just gonna hit you anyway. So making that move, making some of her major tools with is a good way to fight her, because a lot of people are just like, man, Saber's so annoying, she just flies around the screen with her big buttons and charges all the time. And it's like, yeah, you got to learn how to like maneuver around the big rock, then you'll be fine.
Yeah, some of the stuff seems really good. I mean, like, I don't know if it's actually like truly good, from like the best saber players, but like stuff like 2B looks like a really scary button, just with that extended range, and like her jabs that kind of vortex you in sometimes. I know for sure
Yeah.
can be annoying, although that just might be my experience misplacing my normals. And I remember hearing you talk about how her charge jump C is super good.
Yes. It's like it's not, it kind of lingers out there a little bit and also forces clash. So like if
Hmm.
you pick the wrong option and you're still recovering from the option, she'll just like blow right through it, counter hit you. She gets to confirm. She gets to do the same mix up that like everyone has an issue with. So
Hmm.
it's usually in your best benefit to make sure you're not, if you're trying to fight it, you pick your best option. But if you're not trying to fight it, you have good spacing. It's not too hard, but a lot of times people are just like, nah, I can beat it. I'm gonna get in there.
Yeah, it's well, sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. But I'm excited to see it. Miyako, do you think that so one thing that you were saying was that like last week was that Miyako's air normal is super good. Do you think Saber has the ability to challenge that? Like I said, I've seen her jabs like pull people out of the air before, which is pretty funny
Mhm.
looking. But I don't know if that's like a consistent thing you can do, or if she's got like better options if she really wants to AA.
Uh, she can try that, especially if you're just like jumping while blocking, not committing a button. You could do that,
Hmm.
but if hmm, Saber doesn't really have anti-airs, like true anti-airs is more like space normals correctly to like catch landing recovery or
Right.
meet them in the air with your jump A, because her jump A is really fast, hits directly above her, and a lot of characters want to be directly above you, obviously. So that's the best way to try to fight that. but also Miyako's really fast, falls really quickly. Her jump
Mhm.
arc causes her to fall really fast. So if you're too slow, she just lands and she hits you. So you have to be careful.
Got it. Well, hopefully, we get this in the match pretty quickly. But like you said, we're seeing OmniSScythe again, who was in losers last time, and then I believe lost the first match on stream. I don't think we saw OmniSScythe win.
Yes,
Or
he
yeah,
lost to. I think he lost to Safe, if I remember correctly.
yeah,
I think it was
yeah,
Safe.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, because Safe had to fight against two Miyakos. Yeah, yeah. So yeah,
Hmm.
lost to Safe pretty early on, but I felt like just with the style that Safe has, which I'm really glad I could see more Safe at Lunar Phase because I'm still a really big fan of the play style, like so like clean and safe and like almost robotic and in a good way, that in totally 100% good way. Like it's like tool assisted play sometimes, just like oh yeah, perfect, exactly block that right there, know exactly which tool to use at which range, etc. But yeah, I feel like we didn't get to see OmniScythe play too much. And Miyako's one of those characters that like I feel you can really express yourself with just throughout like the mix-ups and your pressure options. But if you never get in, I guess you don't really ever get to see that. So I'm excited to see OmniScythe against like a very different type of opponent. Within this week span at least. And it's
Right.
also cool to see like repeat players up here in the top four. We saw in Mortal Kombat earlier. And it was like very different results. Like people that went out in top eight win out or ended up winning the whole tournament. So we'll see if there's some mix ups here.
Yep. Hopefully, because I know a lot of people are just like, oh, OmniScythe, he's a net play god. He just like shows up to a tournament, gets like top three, wins the tournament, and they're like, man, what is it about this guy that makes him so special? And it's like he's generally been grinding a lot of net play, or he's grinding a lot of anime fighters over the course of like the last couple of years. So he's not just a net player. He has he has game plan set up. He does like to troll a lot, but it's usually because like it's calculated.
Calculated trolling. That's pretty scary. But no, honestly, like it's something that we've seen a lot in also harkening back to Mortal Kombat, which was just on for too many hours. We have so many online tournaments, and we've seen like over the past few years, like a lot of players that are online players that people are like, oh, they're just online players. But with stuff like CEO starting to come back, we saw a lot of those players doing really well or like showing up at some of the other like offline events that have happened recently, and it's kind of like it's hard to ever say that somebody that's just playing mostly online is an online player. And honestly, like their dedication like really shows over time. Anybody who like enters like just a million online tournaments, they're just those like grinders, I guess you could say, that just like they're dedicated. It's super sick to see, and I love seeing like new names that you're like, wait a minute, like yo, this person's sick.
Yeah, a lot of people now with the advent of better netcode to a lot of games, a lot of people get to play other people that they couldn't before from different regions. So like
Mhm.
NA can play with EU more consistently. They can play with Japan a little bit more consistently. So they get to have different matchups that they couldn't before. And you're like, oh, this is how this character works. No one plays this in my region. What's going on here? Or you can finally play the top player in EU, and you'd be like, damn, they're really, really strong. This isn't just net play. It isn't just like, delay four or something and I can't react. It's like they actually have layered offense. Their defense is really good. So I know a lot of people thinking that play is just uh, a toss away, which not that's not really true. It's still a tool that you use to grow your experience, learn matchups, learn how to confirm correctly, learn what it's like to be in a tournament environment. Even if it's just you by yourself, you still get those nerves. You're like, man, I'm playing in a tournament and people are watching me. That's still nerve wracking.
Yeah, and I always say too that like no matter what the situation is, online or offline, like when you play in tournament, I feel, well, at least it's the case for me, but it seems like from what I've seen from other people, like every match in a tournament is worth like 100 matches out of a tournament. Like you remember every single thing that happened in a tournament match. Like I remember things that happened in a tournament to me, like 8 games ago, like 10 years ago to me. I remember exactly how I lost the match. And like, if I'm ever in a situation, I'll remember, like, oh yeah, I was in a tournament match and this happened. I know how to deal with it. It's just something that sticks in your brain. Like, you can play like 100 games of just, having casuals and like grinding a matchup and you might remember it, but I don't know, just that kind of experience is just so different for me. And, it's tough because I know a lot of people don't like playing online as much. I'm one of those players who it's like hard for me to like have my same rhythm online as offline, even if the connection's good. But if you're really dedicated, like it's such a good tool.
A lot of people should try to use it as like a way to improve themselves, not as the concrete, oh, this is the
Mhm.
situation and how I play all my fighting games. It's supposed to be a supplement, especially because like we can't really have that many majors or locals right now, so you take what you can. But right now we'll go to Infinity versus OmniScythe. That'll be a winners finals. It should be 3 out of 5. And then we will go to the loser semis right after that. So like let's get into the game.
Yeah, like I said, I'm excited for this one. Infinity, a player that I'm not as familiar with in general, but I'm here to learn a lot more about new players, and that would have been the same thing about Safe, last week, and now suddenly I know a lot about Safe, so I'm glad to see it. But here we go. It's going to be the Saber up against the Miyako as expected, and I'm ready to see some mix.
Okay. Alright, really aggressive from both players. Omni's in, cross up elbow. Into the corner. Spins meter. That's the only way to get them that close.
That is the overhead, but didn't really get all that much off of it. And now, okay, turn around for Infinity. Is there some sort of side switch here? Yep. That's their throw.
Moon drive, moon drive. Ooh. Catches Omni whiffing the button. Full confirm incoming.
Oh my gosh. A solid combo. Oh, I like that. The safe jump cross up, charge C, or at least the fake, the empty charge C. That might be enough, right? Yeah.
Ooh,
oh no!
Still close. Alright, little shield vanish. Omni still has a chance. He just needs a clean hit. Oh no, he didn't get the clean hit. He decided to heat mid-screen and he got punished.
I mean, I like the idea, but I mean, yeah, I guess it's gonna be hard, like getting in that like sort of normal range right there. I mean, you see it right there.
Alright, I guess it's turned back. Ooh, doesn't block the overhead.
Finally, time for Omni to get some corner pressure started. The grab.
Oop. Alright, tries to reversal out of the corner, no dice. Omni just safe jumps it.
Yeah, and of course, since it's Miyako, you're gonna get pretty much full corner damage even if you start in the corner.
Oof. Alright, Infinity gets a poke out, drops his confirm, gets a throw reset. Ooh. Oh, combo
meter.
drop, that's unlucky.
Yeah, that should be it here. 2 big combo drops from Infinity that round. That's super unfortunate. I mean, especially with just so much meter on board.
Oh. Omni gets a counterpult, full confirm with meter. Alright, oh, oof! Looked like Omni was looking for something there, decided not to press really hard, but then he got tagged for trying to press for his turn later. Alright, wakes up, charge MC. Hey, BC out. Both players don't want any interaction.
Always looks so cool when both players BC at the same time.
Oh no! Oh. Omni doing the cartwheel to get through the heat activation. Might be able to. Nope, doesn't spend any more meter. Moon drive activation from Infinity.
Oh! Instinct jump shield is a defensive option. I like that. Oh, and that's gonna be it. Oh no! Oh, that's rough. Oh no, gets hit by an instant overhead. Snare dash.
Alright, overhead. Time to guess again. Oh no, it's a high. Can't shield low there.
Only 1 bar. Can you end it here? Oh my god, this is so close though again! 1 hit each!
Oh, Omni jumps out. Oh, tries to poke. And Infinity with the clean air throw to clutch that round.
That was super scary. That was I think it was like a backdash against the jump B that was like super scary, but I think it actually like might have iframed through it, or it was just super perfectly timed. But two good options against the jumps, yeah.
Alright. Ooh, rising jump C from Omni gets confirmed. You do have to block that stomp low. It's a low hitting special move. You have to be careful.
Cross up. Nobody blocking the cross up elbow. So fast.
It's like 17 frames.
Yeah. Somebody do the math on like when the animation shows you that it's a cross up, and it's like, yeah, good luck.
Yeah, it's pretty late because it's the run animation is similar to her actual dash animation, so you're just like, wait a minute, which one is this?
Yep, yep. Or even just normal elbow. And that's a perfect. Ouch.
Alright, Omni starting out strong again.
So much of these matchups seems like they're going to air-to-airs. Like, just whoever gets the first really good air-to-air. I mean, they're both really good in the air, right?
I would say Miyako more than Saber, just because Miyako has a jump normal that hits on both sides, but it doesn't matter if you can't block the Saber jump-ins as well. Oops. Doesn't get the air through there. Oops, blocks a little. And then mashes on the overhead attempt. Not today. The meter, yep.
Yeah, that one for sure is enough. It's wow. It just feels like you have so much meter in this game constantly. Like even people spend it out like it's almost as fast as they can, and then just so much. But it's because you have so many resources. Not just meter with Moondraft too.
All right, Infinity gets the first hit. Omni DP's out. Oh, Moon Skill elbow. That is an overhead. You have to stand up to block it. Ooh, good chunk of damage from Omni. Guard cancel heat from Infinity. Ooh, might spin Arc Drive. Yep. Good chunk of damage. Oh, Omni not respecting.
Oh, that was like a tippity top of the burst.
Oh, and that's what I was talking about. That Saber Charge MC. You have to respect it.
Another drop, yeah. Infinity making, I mean, a good amount of drops. I mean, a good amount of like openings. Otherwise, that this definitely wouldn't be winning any. It wouldn't be 2-0 at the very minimum. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's like an execution thing, need to warm up. But I mean, if those were all landing, this would have been a pretty clean set so far.
Yeah, I agree. He actually would have won a bunch of these rounds a lot quicker, but he's making it look close. He's just like, I gotta give him something to look forward to.
Almost on the other hand, no drops as far as I can tell.
Ooh. Oh, gets hit by the jump C. Doesn't get it confirmed, but he's still stuck in the corner. Gets his own confirmed. Ooh. Hard to block overhead. Ooh.
Ooh. Wow. Got the like raw A follow-up to the shield.
Yes. The whole cast can do something similar to that, where they get the launcher from the shield and they can do like a air to ground confirm. Oops. Infinity also known for dropping his combos, unfortunately, in every game. It's not just a Melty thing.
Oh no. Oh, that's rough. Hey, doesn't matter. Just a bunch of resets,
When your neutral is this good, it doesn't matter how many combos you drop.
Yeah, it's true. And at least the combos are dropping always like minimum midway through, right? It's always like late in the combo. Don't get to cash out with meter or anything like that, but could be worse.
Ooh, he blocks the cross up and he gets the punish. Very good, Infinity. Most people, I feel like 90% of people can't even block that reaction.
Yeah, or you block it and you're like, finally, I blocked it. And you're like, wait a minute, was I supposed to punish something right there?
Oh my goodness. Baits the heat. Should be the end of Omni here. Nice. Damn, 3-0.
Yeah, that one was a game with no drops, and that was Infinity doing a ton of damage off of every single opening. In fact, I think that one technically might have been a perfect. It was recoverable life, but I'm not sure if there was anything like permanent. So, I mean, that was really good stuff. We didn't get to see Infinity last week, so I'm glad there's another player that I'm getting to see like really killer with Saber.
Yeah,
It's so weird to say that.
He's been popping up every now and then playing in a bunch of net play tournaments. I haven't seen him offline yet, but I still know him from Under Night. I know him from Plus R, Guilty Gear Plus R. He's a very strong, just like all around anime player. So this isn't a surprise to me, even with his combo drops. That's kind of what he's known for. His combo structure is not the best, but his neutral is very good, and he's just willing to like outspace you, get his hit, get his turn, and like, okay, you can't do anything because he knows he's better than you in those aspects. So I'm glad that Infinity's still doing well. Omni, he's back in losers again. He has one more shot to get out. He's in losers finals, so he will have he'll have a 3 out of 5, not a 2 out of 3, unlike our upcoming match, which should be Safe versus Jostle, I think, and it should be Raw versus Vlov. Yes.
Is it Vlov or is it Vlov? I realized after last week I was like, I just kind of just say it, but I'm not sure which one's actually right.
I think I heard it once and I heard it pronounced Vlov, and I was just like, I'll go with that. That's fine unless someone tells me
It's easy.
different. So I'll just say Vlov, because people like saying
Yeah.
blob. They're like,
Blob.
like the V sounds like a B, so let's call it blob, but just replace the V, so it's Vlov. And I'm like, just tell me what to call it, please.
I know. Or please just name your characters easier names to pronounce. But no, yeah. So yeah, like I was saying, this is, well, first of all, this is well, it's his grand finals of Lunar Phase that just happened,
Mhm.
right? So we
Yes.
get to see a rematch of that. When they played then, I think it was a game 5 pre-reset and then safe one, I think.
Yes, that's correct.
I'm remembering
Yes.
correctly. All
Yes. Yes.
right.
Uh,
But that means it's going to be close, probably, right?
I don't know because technically this is still around the same environment in terms of like how they play. Their connection's probably good to each other because they're in the same city. But it could be one of those things where it's like it's getting a little bit later than it normally is. They could have had a really rough day at work or class, so they could have just been like, "Man, I still want to play in this tournament," but now they're just like, "Man, I still have to play in this tournament. I have to like worry about the next day." So there's a lot more, resting on their heads and just like, I don't know if I can play the same as I did on Saturday because Saturday's the weekend. Today is Tuesday going into Wednesday, so might be a little
Yeah.
rough.
No, yeah, no, that's true. I had to work from like 8 a.m. until like right until the start of these, and then now I'm here, so
Oof.
I definitely feel their pain. But hey, you know what? I'm just glad that there's more tournaments, right? There's never enough tournaments. Free to enter tournaments is always good, and I'm glad that I get to watch these players, and they put on quite a show last time. And I'm sure at the very minimum they're going to put on a good show this time. But this is also another character that we saw a different player play, whose name I can't remember off the top of my head last week here, and by that I'm talking about
Lucy.
Roa. Lucy.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Lucy. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So we did see this matchup, right? But it was of course with different players.
Hmm.
But again, that's always cool to see how people deal with the different matchups. And hey, if Safe wins, then we could see a rematch from last week also against OmniSScythe. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. All I know is they were close last time, but yeah, we'll see. And I don't know if any of them are like players that play more in online tournaments. It seems like maybe Safe plays in a good amount of online tournaments. I'm not sure about Jostle, but uh, the I'm sure there's some sort of, yeah, anytime you fight a zoner online, it's like it adds that extra layer of frustration for whatever reason.
Oh yeah.
Even if the connection's really good, it's just something about it. You're just like, dang, like maybe it's because you're physically far away from them while they're trying to keep you far away. It just gives you that natural spacing advantage. But yeah, I don't know. It tends to work out for whatever reason.
There's a lot of people who see a character like Vlov and they're just like, man, why does he have all these tools? I can't get in. He has like anti-airs that are really strong, but if you use the system mechanics, you won't have as much of a hard time, and Vlog has to second guess what he wants to do. And furthermore, both of these players actually play each other fairly often, so they probably already know all their gimmicks. Oh, alrighty, get started. Moondrop activation from Jostle.
Oof, and yeah, first hit though from Save. Of course, into great damage, solid damage for nothing.
Ooh. Alright, looked like Jostle tried to jump a little bit too early and got tagged. So he's at like the last third of his life bar. Should be a confirmed to kill.
Oh,
Very
it's
nice.
so perfect. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm not trying to sound like I'm biased or anything like that, but I'm just such a fan of Safe's playstyle. Like all of those, it was just like such a clean succession, like a clean exchange every single time, knowing exactly what to lead to the next time. Perfect execution on everything, no drops. I don't know. I'm just a fan of the style for the character too. But here we go. Jostle's turn to start the rush down, get in the corner.
Ooh. Alright, Safe takes his turn back. Oh, gets this double stomp. Alright, time to get some wake up here. Oh, he didn't block the low. So many people are concerned about blocking the jump B, they forget to hold down back at the right time.
We also did see that, like, the air dash cancel previous times. Yeah. There's the pseudo mix up there. Alright. See some big damage. Or at least one more good mix.
Oh, there's a guard cancel heat. Safe is trying to get their life back, maybe win this round, get game one, but they have to deal with this offense. Oh, reversal throw.
The chip essentially doing the exact amount of damage as the heat managed to heal back. Nice! Perfect reaction. Oh, not quite enough. Oh, maybe. Okay, yeah, just barely.
Very nice. Jostle, remember that this is an OTG state. You get a couple of hits at the end there, and it was just enough to kill.
That was a cool little route after the OTG. I haven't seen enough Roa just to know that you can do that for like 2 jabs. That's an interesting one.
I think they forget that they can do that. They're just like, oh, I'm pressing buttons, man. I'm going in. Oh, guard canceling sheet. Oh, he immediately gets tagged. That's the classic. Ooh, drive activation, low shield BC. Alright, Safe has to be careful because Jostle has both resources available. Big is one of them. Oh no.
Tried the exact same thing that Safe tried on him. Oh, and the punish. Wow, an airborne punish. Maybe we could have got more on that. Maybe he was trying to bait something else, but still nice.
I think so. Very good from Safe. Now he's in good control, but he doesn't have any meter. He has to be careful. He can. Oh. There's a heat. Spend some meter. Get some chip. Have to be careful because Jostle can. There we go. Oh,
oh
but he did it. He did it too early. He needed to wait a little bit before doing the vanish portion after his shield, because Vlav Ice is really big and it'll hit you when you try to vanish. So you need to wait for him to like throw it out before you do it.
Oh, that's such a rip. Yeah, I mean, you know, you said a little bit of chip too, and it was just like, oh my gosh, like 5% health and chip. What a scary thing. That's super unfortunate. That's for sure like a tilting thing, you know? I'm sure these players are all extremely good at keeping their mental strength during this, but, you know, anybody gets tilted on some things.
Ooh, low shield. Oh, good punish on the jump. Drops a combo, but Safe still keeps their turn. Jostle's about to go all the way back in. They have a lot of meter in. Like, oh, jump too early, get clipped. You have to be careful when you fight Vlad. His Rekka is air unblockable, so you really need to make sure you're not hovering at that space.
Pressure beginning. Oh, nice blocks up to a point. And, that is what Throw meant to do. Block forever.
Oh, low shield not successful. Gets air dashed on. One more chance for Safe here this round.
Went
That's
for the
shield
grab.
Oh. Alright, make him throw. Throw again.
Yeah, that's always a terrible feeling when you don't have you like immediately just like assume that whatever like your first read is gonna get blocked, so you just go for the second one immediately, and then it doesn't. And you're like, wait a minute. But you know, just keep moving. That's exactly what it was. A bunch of grabs.
Alright, Safe doesn't have moon meter anymore, but they still have 2 normal bars left, so they can, you know, spend super heat. Oh no! Might I get a chance? Alright, DP ender.
Oh yeah, that should be the end, right? Plenty of meter.
Safe was trying to, I don't know what button he was trying to press there, but he was desperately trying to take his turn back, like, alright, I've been blocking for too long, I want you to stop, but that wasn't the right point.
Yeah, it's I mean, you know, eventually you got to make the call, but I mean, maybe it was just like conditioning, just with how many grabs there were in the previous round, or I don't know exactly what it was, but yeah, I mean, eventually you got to try something. Just wasn't the right time.
Oof. All right, this is 2 out of 3, so whoever wins this does move on to losers finals. From there, at one piece. Oh, he held low shield for so long.
I was playing chicken there with the one who held shield the longest one. Oh, nice. Oh, teleport.
You have to remember, you have to stand up to shield that too, because it is an overhead. Alright, again. Late air dash from Safe, very nice.
Yeah, that mix-up has worked a few times, and then the fear of it also, I think, has opened up the low after the like safe jumpy at least one time. So that's a really scary situation. I do love the fact that the mix-ups from the safe jump from a player named Safe are working so well. It's just it's perfect.
Oh, drive activation shield BC. Oh no!
Ooh.
Tried to shield back in the air, but you were facing the wrong way, so you get counter hit.
Look the reward on that. And now corner positioning, although I say that immediately, not corner positioning.
Spending another meter, yep. Keep your turn. Oh, throws a shield attempt. Safe is one hit away. Oh no, they get their turn back, they get it confirmed.
Is there any way to combo into heat? Oh, thank you for answering Safe.
They heard you, and he was just like, all right, I got you. I'll do it right now.
Oh my gosh, now suddenly Saber's the life lead. Oh no!
Oh. Didn't shield back and just ate the raw launcher.
That was almost a nasty comeback, but now, final round. Winner of this, like I said, moves on. Top 3.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Doesn't get the heat to hit, so he doesn't get the blowback, and Jostle keeps his turn, gets it confirmed. Oh, that's so bad for safe. He doesn't have a moon drive to activate, he has no meter. Jostle just keeping his turn.
It's a raw block here for so long. Now, definitely tasting some medicine with the chip. Oh no, the ice didn't hit that time. This is going to be one hit away for sure.
Oh, there's the heat, gets his life back. Oh, gets hit. Shields the DP, doesn't punish it correctly.
What was the backdash that had to be a mistake? I don't know, but okay, there's still an opportunity here. Not really going to be able to get life back, but just needs to mix as much as possible, or just chip.
Let's shield BC. Yeah, let's go. Pop a punish.
Oh my. Okay, he missed the comeback last time, but he's got a chance this time. All the chips adding up. Oh my. Oh!
He was too high.
Oh, unfortunate. I mean, I like the read right there. It was good, but just a little bit, yeah, too early. I'm not sure if you can cancel out of that later on, or if it was just you had to do it right there and make the call. But that was a good one. Just 2 almost comebacks from safe. Super close, but staying clutch, not letting it run away.
Yeah, Jostle recognized that safe was like, okay, he started going in a little bit harder, and then he just realized, okay, I just make my block strings tighter. If he tries to press a button, he gets counter hit. Otherwise, he moves back to a space where even if safe presses a button, he doesn't get hit. So he doesn't have to worry about weird counter poke situations. He just air dashes all over all of those, gets his turn back, and then he's just like, okay, cool, I play the game again. So good stuff to Jostle there.
Yeah, it did end up being super close, but that does mean that safe is going to be out at 4th, just a little bit below last week's placement, but that means that we are going to see now OmniSScythe being the one to take on Jostle in top 3. So that's going to be Roa going up against Miyako, and now we don't have to, or none of these players that are left have to worry quite so much about the zoning.
They're like, oh, thank goodness the Valve is gone. I don't have to worry about being full screen again. But I know both of these players are going to be like, man, I have to fight Roa. Man, I have to fight Miyako. You know, that's what's going in their head right now.
Isn't that kind of like, it's just one of those games where you can kind of say that about anybody, right?
Oh, definitely. I feel like that's what fighting games are about. You just like complain about the whole cast.
That's when you know it's a good fighting game. You know, if you can't complain about the whole cast, there's a balance issue. If you complain about the whole cast, you're like, yeah, every character's stupid. That's what you want to see, I think.
Jostle just going in already. No breaks from the last game.
Yeah, definitely likes the warm up. Oh, nice. Easy through.
Oh, damn. Nice confirm. All right. He has to be careful here. Last chance on defense. Woo.
Well, that's one way to anti-air, I guess. Just have a projectile that starts above your head.
Even if he didn't get hit by it, blocked it, he was still in a bad situation. So good recognition from Jostle, but he's in the corner here. That is an overhead, so you have to shield it high, not low.
Yeah, it's a terrible feeling. Honestly, I've noticed that OmniSScythe is really good at reading when people are going to shield low. That's when we've seen, I feel like, the majority of the DPs, or the overhead DPs, whatever you want to call them. And yeah, it's just mentally guard breaking right there. Ooh, gets to the other side. Some of these shields not working out so much for Jostle.
Very good from OmniSScythe. Realizes that he might need to spend 3 bars to get the win there. And he's like, screw it, I'll do it, and I'll get that meter back next round.
I mean, honestly, I've so rarely seen people in a situation where they don't have the meter that they need. So I think, yeah, I mean, and these rounds can turn around so quickly. Spend what you can. Just do it.
Ooh, like right here, Jostle's just like, I'm blowing this meter, and then he gets confirmed for it. Double overhead block. Oh, Omni's still too early.
that particular like block string has hit so many people with like the sweep. I think it's a sweep after like a 2A or something like that, and it is just catching everybody for some reason. I'm wondering what the like mix-up is there.
Oh, cross up elbow. It hits on the other side from the shield. Spends 3 bars. Gets the kill. Very nice OmniSScythe.
Yeah, this is a very fast match. I mean, this is probably the fastest of any of the matches that we've seen so far today. They're just kind of just both going in, and whoever gets the hit gets the hit. And there's no not a lot of like mid-range spacing or anything like that, but it's fun to see. Definitely fast. I'm glad there's a 3 out of 5. Well, again, in faster than that last 2 out of 3.
Or you could just have a set where it goes 2-2, but they're fast 2-2s.
Yeah.
All right. Grab activation, moon skill DP. Spends 2 bars.
Interesting. I mean, still gets the nice knockdown from just a single jump air throw, but I wonder how much that actually adds to the damage.
Well, it looks like Jostle's managed to get a bar back, but he ducked too early. That's a double overhead. Ooh, it's the 2B starter, but Omni Tex presses buttons.
Just a little bit out of range, too. It's a good call. Omni, holding strong. Not as dominant of a round, but oh, this is going to be nice. Side switch. Oh, just air throw side switch.
Ooh. Alright, shields the lightning. There's the vanish. Oh, shield back. Still my turn.
No full conversion off of it, unfortunately, but just manages to open up again anyway. Both these players going to a lot of shields, really, right now. I mean, I guess mostly from OmniSScythe. Oh, that was it, actually. Perfect. Ouch. That's surprising that it was a perfect, because there was like 3 of those super long shield into shield into shield into shield exchanges, and somehow OmniSScythe didn't get hit by a single anything, not even BC, but I mean, good reads altogether overall. Hey, wait, someone else is in the lobby. Too many people in the lobby. Get out of here.
I guess Jostle thought he lost 3 games already, but he was just like, oh, wait, it's losers finals. Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. Moving from a 2 to 3 to a 3 to 5, the classic. Standing up, thinking you're done. You're like, wait a minute.
It's like, wait, I have another game. All right, cool, I can run it back. But those situations are pretty hard to like mentally recover from, because you're already done. Like in your mind, you're like, damn, I already lost. I don't want to play anymore. But
yeah. No, I've been in that exact situation where you've already you've mentally accepted the defeat, and then you're like, oh well, I'll try again, and just the energy's not there. But right now, I mean, regardless, just not able to find anything against OmniSScythe's pressure.
Ooh, all right, drops even normal, gets a punish. Early air throw. Oh, Omni just does shield BC, gets a clean confirm. Might be another kill. Yes, it is. That's optimal.
So much damage at the end. It doesn't look like. I mean, obviously, it's just one hit. It's just one of those. Ooh, that was beautiful. Confirm. Was it a jump back air to air into like a dash up stand B? That was beautiful.
All right, Omni might be feeling himself. He's like, damn. I'm playing so well, I don't even need to do like real confirms, I can just make up stuff. Oh no! Uh-oh, cross-up's coming? No, just tries to bait the heat, there's the heat.
Good read, but now here we go. Jostle finally getting some momentum as far as things go. Carry into the corner. Ooh, I'm not sure if that was like maybe like a heat bait, or if that was supposed to be that air grab finisher again. But regardless, it wasn't anything in the end.
Oop, there's the air grab. Oh, goes low that time, doesn't get a confirm. There's the clash, gets a confirm after. Jostle still has another chance. Oh, shields a low stomp. Oh no. Ah, gets elbowed.
And that's gonna be that. Now for real, it's over, and OmniSScythe moving back up. I'm really happy actually. This is that we finally get to see OmniSScythe like really show off, you know, what he can do. Because unfortunately, just in the past 2 weeks, the rest of the OmniSScythe matches have just been not the luckiest of matches, I guess. So you know, obviously, you know, getting into the top 3 spot, I think, or top 3 or 4 spot, both weeks now is a huge thing, and obviously, you know, a well-known player in a decent amount of games. So we know OmniSScythe is good, but we just haven't seen it here on the ECT CT stream. But that was, I think, a great example.
I'm glad that OmniSScythe is like he seems like to be really warmed up. There's a lot of sequences where I'm looking at it, I'm just like, oh, this is something that I know only he would probably do because he's played a whole bunch of net play matches. He kind of understands his rhythm. If he's feeling it, he'll do hard call outs. He'll be like, okay, you're gonna shield, I'm just gonna immediately shield back. Or are you gonna delay your shield? I'm just gonna throw you. So like he already has all those options at the ready. So he seems like he's in prime position to try to get to grand finals and win this thing. And here we go.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta point out, right before this starts, the shield reads in the last set from OmniSScythe were so good. It was like 100% success rate on like the shield options after an opponent's shield. That's, I mean, impressive to get it like that high of a success rate perfectly. But here we go. Yeah, grand finals. The run back of winners finals. We'll see if it can go any better now that OmniSScythe is more warmed up. Had a chance to play that other match, get a little bit of momentum.
It's a clean confirm. Puts Infinity into the corner. Oh, immediate heat from Infinity. He's just trying to maintain a decent life lead. Ooh. Oh.
There, that shouldn't reach.
Ooh, catches the backdash. Have to be careful about that. She does have options for that too, so if you're committing to backdash, make sure you haven't seen her try to catch it the first time.
Yeah, that's super nasty. I mean, automatically catching the backdash with like the empty jump low option too, I think would be like you see, it's a scary situation.
Ooh. Infinity, oh, he drops his combo again. That's not the time. He actually could have won this round, but now he should lose this round. Yep.
Oh, that's rough. I mean, I hate to like see this happen now in both the sets we see from Infinity. I mean, it managed to win in the first time, but I mean, now that OmniSScythe, like, I don't know, just looks more warmed up to me at least. It might be just one drop could be death.
Ooh, punishes that rapid beat string. That's not safe. You can special cancel, but if you wait too long, you don't get the chance to, and it's punishable by everybody past their jab.
You jump low again. Charge C mix up, so nasty. It crosses you up. It goes, it's just everything is but it's good. Here we go. Opportunity for mix. All right. Moondriver keep the DP safe. Overhead.
Ooh. Safe heat. Uh-oh. Be careful, Omni. Goes back into the air. Manages to put Infinity back in the corner without actually hitting him. Oh, no.
Oh, no, again, though, a drop. I mean, I'm sure that would be a huge combo starter. I mean, full charge jump C, just a bounce. But you know what? It doesn't matter. Every drop is just a reset. Maybe that's why they named it Infinity. Just because it's like Infinity resets. Infinite resets off every single hit.
I like that. Actually, I'm going to use that from now on. That's very good. Thank you.
Ooh, nice shielding it. Oh, no, but no punish. I mean, that was beautiful, but...
Oh. Flips on the side for the 2-way from max range. Spends a bar to get a confirm. Time to guess here. Shield. They both VC out. No shenanigans here.
Fighting against Saber, it feels like you're just fighting against like a giant green like flash. Like half the time it's just like, yeah, there we go. Thank you for showing me an opportunity.
It's like the players can hear you and they're like, yeah, we'll show you what these characters do.
Yep.
Safe heat. Shield BC, yep. Oh no, he ducked too early, got hit by the second overhead. Oh, he drops his combo.
Oh, that is a nice
yes, he does.
pickup. That was beautiful, and then there would have been more afterwards. The full conversion, air to ground to air to ground. But good stuff. Yeah, I mean, OmniSScythe, I think looking way better. I mean, obviously since there's already been a win for sure, but way better than winners finals. But you know, I feel like that's how it usually happens when somebody's coming out of losers. They it takes whoever's in winners to like at least the game to kind of get back up to full speed.
Agreed. And sometimes like there is the possibility that the person from winners just needs a break in between, like maybe for like a minute or two, and they're like, okay, I remember how I beat this person.
Yeah.
Ooh. Cross up, good shield. VC from Omni keeps his turn, but Infinity techs the throw. Spin meter, half make it save.
Oh, 15 on the shield. Grab. Perfect. Wait, maybe perfect.
Nope, it's a perfect. You're right.
Like a nasty round, just all the pressure. I mean, I love the air dash back instead of the charge jump C for the safe jump. I guess air throw ender.
It's a meter. Alright, puts him back on the screen. Ooh, good punish on the throw with the move guard activation. Couldn't be very aware of the situation. Spins another bar. Air throw, back mid screen.
Actually let it hit this time, just going for the safe pressure. I mean, with that much of a lead, sometimes I guess you just want to check people rather than really go for something sneaky, but that's gonna be it. And wow, I mean, after a good first game from OmniSScythe, Infinity 2 rounds straight, almost double perfect, super close to double perfect, but not quite. But I mean, I think, like you said, you know, you just need that little bit of time, a little bit of a break, and you're like, wait a minute, oh yeah, that's right.
Okay. Alright, so Infinity looked way better there. And Omni kind of had one or two crucial drops in neutral, where it looked like he had the right read. Oh no, raw launcher on the jump. You have to be careful.
Mix. Oh, again, and it caught the shield. Oh, that's so gross. So, I mean, that's exactly what started everything in the last game too. And I mean, look at the reward. Into another mix-up and a safe jump. Yep.
Yep, that is a safe jump. So you can't reversal that conventionally. You have to use some other means of escaping while attacking. Ooh.
That was also disgusting. I have no idea which side two of those air normals hit on.
Me neither. Nice. Good usage of meter from OmniSScythe. Realized he still had the arc drive meter left, so he decided to use the arc drive after using 1 meter. But he gets tagged at round start here, unfortunately.
Whole thing. Okay. Nice. Managed to get out. Again, OmniSScythe's usage of shield and counter shielding still very strong.
Oh, the jump throw, very strong. Right. Ooh, looked like he wanted the cross up elbows, but he didn't get it, so now he's stuck in the corner.
Yeah, that's pretty scary. And paying the price for it pretty much immediately.
When he spins bar, get this set up. Immediate BC. Don't want to deal with shield, throws on you back in the corner. Ooh.
I do have to say, Infinity hasn't dropped a combo in the past 2 games so far. That's, I mean, it's starting to look pretty good as far as things go. And I mean, that damage is significant. And of course, the Oki is a huge thing. Infinity's Oki is so good.
Ooh. Oh. Double overhead. Ah, gets counter hit in the scramble frame trap. Alright, spends 1 bar. He has to guess between 4 options here. Nope, just kidding.
That was a good call on that. Maybe I think went for the backdash option, but not the anti-air combo. Oh, this is a lot. 2 bars. Oh, just go for Oki. Oh, the bait works. The flip through. Finally, we're seeing it working. And I think that was what was attempted maybe when it was just the raw elbow. But
yes,
I mean, good stuff. Good set of exchanges there.
Omni realizing that most people in that situation try to get their life back because they're like, hey, if I get hit again, I'm dead. So he just did the elbow, faked to the cartwheel. The cartwheel is completely invincible, so the burst does not hit her, so she can just punish right after.
You know, also, I think we've seen a whole lot less of the actual just raw cross-up elbow from OmniSScythe this set. We saw a whole lot of it, like, against, I mean, even maybe in the last set, and then in the last set these 2 played, but, I mean, Infinity has proven that he can at least, like, defend against it, you know? The only person that I've seen block it and punish it in this tournament so far.
Yes, that's correct. But, maybe he's saving it, yeah, like, right there. But he doesn't get it confirmed, unfortunately. Ooh. And just to get a clean 2A, Fanny will probably spend the bar here. Yep. Has to make Omni guess here. Omni uses Moon Drive. Ooh.
Moon Drive, cancel Moon Drive.
Oh, oh my goodness. Just punishes
Yeah,
the feet from full screen.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't even know if that was a punish. It was like right at the end of the punish window if it was, or maybe just respect. Honestly, I mean, good option.
Oh, Omni doesn't prefer it off of it, but he still gets the scramble hit. Tech's out of the corner.
That was a little bit weird. I wonder if that was an intentional reset. It didn't look like there was any attempt to do anything after that. Go. One more hit.
Ooh. Oh no, doesn't notice the clash happens, gets hit afterwards. Omni just takes advantage of that and gets this confirmed. Very nice.
One more round and OmniSScythe is gonna reset the bracket. And honestly, I feel like it's looking really good. Especially
Really
starting out like this.
Oh, as long as he doesn't get hit by any of those charged MCs, he'll be fine. Gets his turn back to the corner. Oh, gets punished on that shield attempt though.
Yeah, that was really nice patience from Infinity, not going for any of the shield follow-ups, just holding, just waiting.
OmniSScythe tried to backdash that mix up again. He got hit by the 2C from Saber. It catches backdash. 2 moon drives. Ooh, immediate heat from Omni. Yep.
Ooh, just waited, trying to pick something. But OmniSScythe just shooting it back up. Okay, big opening here. No meter though. You know, I was talking about how you never see somebody completely out of resources. This is exactly the situation. I guess I get to see it very cleanly here, and this might cost a lot, considering how much meters on Infinity's side. Yup, staying in it. Game 5.
That was looking kind of bad for Infinity there. I thought the bracket was going to reset, but he managed to pull it back.
Yeah, I mean, you know, with the start, it looked very, very much, I thought, too. Like, dude, it's like, all right, let's just go to the next set. But, good patience, stayed solid. Like you said, you know, it seems to me like Infinity's like such like a neutral-based player, and is so strong at it, just like patient. Doesn't really like, I don't know, just has the ability to like wait things out, and it's working there at least.
Oh, here we go again. I mean, ooh, he waited too long to press a button, and because he pressed the button too late, he got hit first by Infinity's turret.
Yeah, they're having so fast, maybe gonna get by the cross up. Oh, it's just raw, just hits.
Yeah, that situation is kind of messed up because you can't really tell if she's behind you until you get hit.
Yeah. You can't tell if she's behind you, or if it's going to be an empty late charge jump C, or if it's going to be a backdash, or air backdash, or yeah. I can definitely see the nastiness right now of this Saber Wiki.
Alright, we got a full confirm here from Infinity, looking pretty good. Doesn't use any meter. Here's the mix-up once again. Omni does not block it again.
That's at a really high success rate against Omni, and then the one time that it was like avoided was the time that Omni pressed buttons too slow. So I think Infinity, you know, probably sees that at this point. See a little bit more. Ooh, air grab, not quite enough.
Chance. Oh no! Omni tried to get cheeky there with that blood heat activation into shield, but instead he gets thrown at the end and he loses the set. So Infinity takes it 3-2, stays in winners. Very good from Infinity.
Yeah. That, I mean, there were multiple points I think in that set where it really looked like OmniSScythe was resetting it, like for sure, like had all the momentum. I think in game 1 and then in the and then even in this previous game, but you know, just staying solid and just taking every single advantage. And then, yeah, I think really there was like a read on how OmniSScythe was blocking in all the Saber mix-ups. So Infinity just took advantage of that, did a lot of the air backdash options, and it just ended up working because the reward is pretty big. But yeah, I mean, that was really sick to see. Like I said, I haven't really seen all that much Saber post the buff that she got in the previous patch, so I was really happy to see stuff like this. But I mean, OmniSScythe, I'm not sure what it is, but I would have loved to see how this whole tournament turned out if OmniSScythe was playing in winners finals, like he was playing in grand finals. Like maybe it's just like a warm up thing or something. But I mean, that was super sick, and it felt like a different player to me than winners finals.
Right, right. It could have been one of those things where he was waiting around for a while, kind of just didn't, training mode right before, or his
Hmm.
thought process wasn't quick enough to figure out what Infinity was doing. Because I'm pretty sure if he had the same thought process, he probably would have got to Grand Finals winner side. But we will see that in the next time that these players show up. So that'll be it for us here today at ECT for Multi Edition. We will be back in 2 weeks, I believe. Is 2 weeks or a week from now? I can't remember, but make sure you follow. Yeah, it's in 2 weeks. It should be January 4th. So make sure you sign up. It's completely free. You have to spend no money. Just follow the East Coast Throwdown Twitter. You will find all the information there, and yeah, they will direct you to what you need to know, and you'll be able to enter this for absolutely free, no money.
Yeah, it's there's literally no reason not to. And then it just goes as a reminder. Also on Thursdays is Street Fighter and Guilty Gear, and then also on Tuesdays, if you didn't catch it earlier, there's Mortal Kombat. So those are all free to enter for a lot of different weeks. Yeah, there is a break next week for the holidays, but past that, it's going to be just pretty much every single week. So I want everybody to grind and come back stronger within the 2 weeks. But like you said, it's that's it for us. So thank you to everybody for watching. Sign up for all the games next week. There's literally no reason not to. And we'll see you all in 2 weeks.
Yep. Take it easy, everyone.